The world stopped. It held its breath. It all began with a simple invitation, a chance to win an impossible amount of money. Hundreds of desperate people, buried in debt, were given a choice: play a series of children's games or continue their difficult lives. This was the start of Squid Game. We watched Gi-hun, a man with a good heart but terrible luck, navigate this deadly playground. He stumbled, he fought, and he witnessed unimaginable horrors. The first season was a whirlwind of color and chaos, ending with Gi-hun as the sole survivor, haunted by the prize he won with the lives of others. The world was left asking, what happens next? The story did not end there. The second season took us deeper into the darkness. Gi-hun, instead of enjoying his fortune, made a new choice. He decided to hunt the creators of the games. He wanted to dismantle the entire organization from the inside out. This journey revealed the vast global network behind the brutal entertainment. We met new players, each with their own heartbreaking stories. We also learned more about the frontman and the shadowy VIPs who watch for sport. Season 2 was a different kind of game. It was a game of cat and mouse, a chess match where the board was the entire world and the stakes were higher than ever before. It left us on another cliffhanger, with Gi-hun closer to the truth but further from safety. The games themselves were a spectacle of cruel genius. They took the innocent fun of our childhoods and twisted it into something monstrous. Red light, green light became a field of slaughter. Carving a honeycomb shape was a matter of life and death. Marbles were not for playing, they were for betraying a friend. Each game was a psychological test, designed to strip away humanity and reveal the raw survival instinct underneath. We were captivated by the simplicity and the sheer brutality of it all. The contrast between the colorful, playful arenas and the deadly consequences was something we had never seen before on such a scale. The characters were the heart of the story. We saw ourselves in them. We understood their desperation. There was Ali, the kind immigrant just trying to provide for his family. There was Se-byok, the tough young woman who wanted to reunite hers. Even the villainous Cho Sang-woo was relatable, a man so pressured to succeed that he lost his way. Gi-hun, our flawed hero, represented the core question of the show. Can we remain human in an inhuman world? Their struggles, their small moments of kindness, and their ultimate fates are what made the games more than just a spectacle. They made them a tragedy we could not look away from. What made the world fall in love with this brutal story? A big part of it is the sheer shock value of the games. They are simple enough for anyone to understand immediately. We all played tag or crossed glass bridges in our imaginations as kids. Squid Game made these universal experiences real and terrifyingly high stakes. The visual design was also brilliant. The vibrant colors of the guards' uniforms and the playground-like sets created a disturbing contrast with the violence. It was like a nightmare dressed as a children's party. This unique aesthetic became instantly iconic, and fans across the globe were drawn to its strange and unsettling beauty. The characters are the true soul of the series, the reason we kept watching through the horror. They weren't superheroes or master criminals. They were ordinary people pushed to extraordinary limits. We felt Gi-hun's guilt, Se-byok's desperation, and even Sang-woo's calculated cruelty. Their relationships were complex and ever-shifting. Alliances were formed and broken in the blink of an eye. The show masterfully explored the best and worst of human nature. It asked us what we would do in their shoes. Would we betray a friend to survive? Would we sacrifice ourselves for a stranger? These are questions that stick with you long after the credits roll. Beyond the games and characters, the story itself is a powerful commentary on our world. It's a story about the vast gap between the rich and the poor. It criticizes a society where people become so desperate that a death game seems like a viable option. The mysterious VIPs, watching from their gilded lounge and betting on human lives, are a chilling symbol of this detachment. The show is an allegory for capitalism's darkest side, and this message resonated with millions of people who feel trapped by their own economic circumstances. It's more than just a thriller, it's a conversation starter about the world we live in right now. The global phenomenon was also fueled by its mystery. Who is the frontman? Who are the VIPs? How deep does this organization go? The first 2 seasons gave us some answers but created even more questions. Fans love to dissect every clue and every line of dialogue. The internet is filled with theories about the game's origins and its ultimate purpose. This element of suspense, the constant feeling that we are only seeing a small piece of a much larger puzzle, is a huge part of the appeal. We are not just viewers. We are detectives, trying to solve the mystery alongside Gi-hun. As of today, June 28, 2025, the world is waiting. The silence from the creators is deafening, and it has created a perfect storm for rumors and speculation. Fans are hungry for any news about a potential Season 3. The biggest rumor circulating online is that the next season will take the game to an international stage. After all, the VIPs in Season 1 mentioned that the Korean game was the best that year, implying other games exist. Imagine a Squid Game set in America, Japan, or Europe, with new, culturally specific children's games. This would expand the universe in a massive way, showing just how powerful and far-reaching the organization truly is. Another popular fan hope revolves around the return of supposedly dead characters. Could Kang Se-byuk have survived? Some eagle-eyed viewers have theories, however unlikely, about her faking her death. More plausibly, fans are desperate to see police officer Hwang Jun-ho return. He was shot by his brother, the frontman, and fell from a cliff, but we never saw a body. His return would create an intense personal conflict, pitting brother against brother in the final fight to expose the truth. Fans want these loose ends tied up, and the fate of Jun-ho is perhaps the biggest question mark of all. What new horrors could await us in the arena? Theories about new games are everywhere. Some suggest games based on technology, like a deadly virtual reality challenge. Others think the games will become even more psychological, perhaps forcing players to vote each other out, like in a reality TV show. One fascinating idea is a game where players must build something together, only to have to destroy each other's work. This would test cooperation and betrayal in a new way. The possibilities are endless, but fans agree on one thing. The games must continue to be simple in concept, but brilliant and brutal in execution. Ultimately, the biggest hope for Season 3 is a final confrontation. We want to see Gi-hun finally meet the ultimate creator of the games, the person at the very top of the pyramid. We want to understand the twisted philosophy behind it all. Will Gi-hun succeed in burning it all down? Or will he be forced to become a part of the system to change it, perhaps even becoming a new frontman? Fans are desperate for a satisfying conclusion to his journey. They want to see his suffering mean something, and for the cycle of violence to finally be broken, one way or another. So why do we keep coming back to this dark and disturbing world? Why do we eagerly await another season of suffering? I believe it is because Squid Game holds up a mirror to our own society, and we cannot look away. The show is an extreme fantastical version of the pressures we face every day. The constant competition, the feeling of being a small cog in a giant machine, the desperation to get ahead. These are not just themes in a TV show, they are real anxieties for many people around the world. The show gives us a safe way to explore these dark feelings from the comfort of our couches. The show's core question is also profoundly human and timeless. What is a life worth? In the game, lives are given a monetary value. Players are eliminated and the prize money goes up. This forces us, the viewers, to think about how we value people in our own lives and in society. Do we value people based on their wealth, their status, or their productivity? Squid Game strips all of that away, leaving only the raw human being. It challenges our own morality and forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about our world. We watch because we are searching for answers to these very big questions. There is also a strange sense of hope buried within the despair. Despite all the betrayal and death, we see moments of incredible kindness and self-sacrifice. Think of the old man giving Gi-hun his last marble. Think of Ali's trust. Think of Ji-young choosing to sacrifice herself for Se-byuk. These moments shine so brightly because they happen in the darkest of places. They suggest that even when humanity is pushed to its absolute limit, goodness can still survive. We keep watching because we are rooting for that goodness to win. We are rooting for Gi-hun to prove that our humanity is worth more than any amount of money. In the end, we watch Squid Game because it is a story about us. It is not just about South Korea, it is about the entire world. It is a fable for our modern, hyper-competitive and unequal times. It entertains us, it shocks us, but most importantly, it makes us think. It sparks conversations about justice, fairness, and what it means to be human. As long as these questions remain relevant to our lives, we will continue to be drawn to the hypnotic, terrifying, and unforgettable world of the game. We are all players in some way, and we are all waiting to see how it ends.